Want to spice up your life a little bit? Let's make fermented hot sauce. The great thing about fermented hot sauce is that it not only tastes great, but it's packed full of probiotics due to the lacto-fermentation process. This is where the beneficial bacteria naturally present in the vegetables turn sugars into lactic acid, preserving the food and enriching it with gut-healthy bacteria. It's also what gives ferments that tangy taste. I'm using 540 grams of mixed red chilies. I've got some Scotch bonnets, bird's eyes and red serranos. You can use whatever you want though. I like my sauce nice and spicy. Chop them into pieces. You might want to use gloves here so no chili fingers catch you by surprise later. You know what I'm talking about. Next up, slice an onion. It doesn't matter too much how you slice it. We're going to be blending everything up later anyway. And then chop up a whole bulb of garlic. Yeah baby, a whole bulb. Now we're going to make the brine. If you've seen my other veggie fermentation videos, you'll know I use a 2% brine. I'm going to be using 1 litre of water, so that's going to be 20 grams of salt. Here's a little formula on the screen for you. Give it a nice mix until the salt's dissolved. Now sling in your peppers along with everything else into your jar, followed by your brine. Now the next bit's pretty important. Make sure the veg is completely submerged. If it's not, it'll likely get mouldy. One easy way is to partially fill a little bag with water and plonk it on top, like I'm doing here. If you completely seal your jar, you're going to have to burp it every day when the fermentation gets going, due to all the CO2 that's going to be building up. I'm way too lazy for that, so I cover mine securely with a paper towel. This has never let me down. Now leave this spicy bad boy for about 2 weeks. You're going to see it start bubbling, you'll see it going cloudy. This is totally normal and a great signs that it's fermenting away nicely. If you see a white film on top, it could be calm yeast, which is totally harmless. Scoop it off, but if you see fuzz, that's not so good and likely mould. I've only ever had this happen to me once when my veggies weren't completely submerged. After 2 weeks of waiting very patiently, we're going to separate off the brine, sling the peppers and all into a blender, add 125 ml of the brine you kept aside and blitz until smooth. 2 things to remember here. You can always add more brine, so start off with less if you're unsure and add until you get the consistency you're after. Once it's in, you can't get it out. The other thing to point out is that if you want shelf-stable hot sauce with perhaps a bit more of an acidic tang, it's at this stage that you can add things like oil and vinegar. I sometimes do, but the downside is that the vinegar, depending on the amount, will kill off the good bacteria. So if you want to keep the benefits of the lacto-ferment, don't add the vinegar. Now all that's left to do is bottle it. I keep 1 bottle on the go and keep both that and the remaining in a sealed jar in the fridge. The sauce is still alive with bacteria. The fridge will slow down the fermenting process, but every now and again you'll want to release a little air. Whoa! Whoa! That's super hot. I've just blown my mouth off. Well, there you have it. One super easy and super spicy hot sauce. If other fermentations tickle your fancy, make sure you subscribe and check out this fermented lemonade. You're going to love it. Cheers.